Say hi.
Hi.
Say welcome back.
What did we get?
Give mommy a kiss. Thank you.
That.
Hug? Oh, thank you. So this is my little raised bed that I assembled strictly in the winter time to grow some onions for us. We got this bed prepared. I assembled a little greenhouse cover over it just with some recycled PVC pipe and bamboo, zip ties, and Dollar Tree clear shower curtains. I bought the starts for these onions from Tractor Supply, and they were like the already rooted onion plants. They were probably about yay high, and I just threw them in this bed, tried to get them in rows as good as I could, and this is what we have now at the end of April. What I'm gonna do today is just cut back the excess growth, because a couple of them are starting to go to flower, and I don't want that to happen to the rest of them. I'm gonna probably let a few on the other end go to flower so that I can save the seeds from those plants. But for the majority of them, we're gonna cut all this heavy growth back today so that they can start focusing their energy on the bulbs, because they're bulbing up, and I just want to remove some of the dirt around the onion. So I just have my handy pruners that I use for everything. They're actually getting pretty dull. I need to pick up a new pair or figure out how to sharpen these. A cool fun fact that I learned is that however many leaves you have is how many rings you have. So the more leaves on top, the better your onion is forming below. Lana, go get me a bucket.
Bucket?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, good.
I'm gonna be drying most of these to preserve them, and then freezing some that we'll use within the next couple weeks. Thank you, baby. I asked her to bring me a bucket, and look what she brought.
Am I good?
These are so beautiful. Oh my goodness. You can literally get 2 sets of crops from one plant when you deal with onions. I'm gonna take some of these in the house before they start wilting out here. Super hot. That's not even half of them. Look at all of that green onion. So excited. Here's some old footage of me planting them back in January. I was just at Tractor Supply. They had some on the shelf, so I picked up a couple bundles. They were really, really dry in the box at Tractor Supply, so I made sure to put them in a shallow bowl of water as soon as I got home to rehydrate the root system so that they would be a little more happier once I got them into the soil. I just planted them in some rows and let them grow. It's been a couple of days since we started phase 2 on these onions, and right where I cut them back, they're already starting to push up new growth, which is really crazy, growing super fast all over again. I didn't cut the ones that are still really small and still have a lot of growing to do. I just cut the ones back that have at least 8 to 10 leaves on the top, so I know that the bulb underneath is a pretty good size. You see they're already starting to bulb up and poke out. This one's a little bigger. So I started to remove the soil around some of the bigger ones, and some of the smaller ones I'm still gonna leave under. Cosmos are looking great. So nice. This is a prime example as to why I decided to cut them back. They were getting really, really heavy, and this is what happens if the foliage on the top gets too heavy. It'll just flop over. And I left these here a little longer to show you exactly what will happen. Let me get these weeds out of here. It's not really good for the plant. I'm sure it does cause a little bit of stress, and I try to eliminate as much stress as possible. So I'm going to cut these back today. These were some of the bigger ones, and then I'll show you the bulb once I remove all this. So you see the bulbs on these ones are even bigger, coming along really, really nice. So that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. I just wanted to take you through my phase 2 on my sweet white onions that we're growing in our zone 8B and 9A. I hope this little bit of footage helped you guys out. Maybe some of you guys are on the same stage as I am, and this just gave you the little bit of encouragement that you needed to go out there and chop down the extra growth on your onion plants. Thanks so much for spending some time with me today, guys. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so now. You can hit your notification bell after you subscribe, and it'll notify you every time I upload a new video. So until next time, guys, keep growing your own food, keep loving life, and many, many blessings to you and yours.